Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Samreen, your host for today's session. First off, thank you so much for joining us. We know your time is valuable, and we are really glad you choose to spend it with us today as we explore NoBrokerHood's ERP platform. This session is all about making financial management easier, smarter, and more transparent for your society. Before we dive in, if you have any questions during the webinar, just head over to the chat option and type them in. We'll have a dedicated Q&A session at the end where we'll address all the relevant questions related to today's topic. To take us through this journey, we have Akash Mishra, our expert trainer, who works closely with society admins and MCs every day. He knows the in and out of ERP and will walk you through everything, from billing automation to defaulters tracking. So, with that said, let's get started. Akash, over to you.
Thank you, Samreen. Hello, everyone. I'll be hosting today's webinar. Let's understand the agenda of today's webinar. So today we are going to discuss that why ERP matters and how exactly it helpful in no brokerhood. And then we'll understand the billing method comparison table. So in no brokerhood, we have different type of billing methods, which you can choose the best billing method for your society. After that, we'll go and understand the detailed process, how we generate a bill using no brokerhood system. And then we have recently developed a feature named as a line item based billing, which is based on the customers and society's feedback only. So we'll deep down about all those features also. And we have some advanced features as well related to the key features in the billing models. We'll go through that. And at the end, we'll discuss the bank reconciliation process as well. Once we cover all those topics, after that, we'll take the FAQs and Q&A. So let's understand why ERP matters. So what no brokerhood provide? No brokerhood provide one-stop solution for all your financial management need. So it's comprehensive management from your billing to receipts, passing outstanding, checking the outstanding balances, scheduling bill, payment reminders, everything can be done at one place. No brokerhood system also reduce your manual work, improve accuracy, and also it help you in transparency as well. In today's era where people are moving in the tech enabled solutions ERP systems, society should not use the manual system where they are using the Excel sheets and then registers. So for that we have for the modernization, we have all those things which is needed, we are providing in a ERP or no brokerhood ERP system. So we can have a leverage of no brokerhood ERP system where we can unlock all the ERP efficiency like billing automation, bill bank reconciliation, defaulter tracking, GST audit reports, and everything. Okay. Let's understand the comparison of billing method in no brokerhood. So no brokerhood provide three type of different billing method which you can choose for your society. What is the best use case for you? Let's understand this with an example. So there is a society and the society generated a bill for the month of January, February, and March. And if they're using traditional billing method, if there is any discrepancy in the January month's bill or February month's bill, and resident has not made the payment for the January and February month's bill, and we and society generated March month's bill, but there is a no discrepancy in the March month bill. But in traditional billing method, resident have to pay the entire amount in one go because all those arrears amount which we have in the January months and February months, that will be carried forward in the March months. So based on the customer feedback only, we developed a feature named as a monthly billing head features. How exactly it works? Whenever we generate month-wise bill, for each bills, it's come as a different billing head, where the resident is having flexibility to make the payment for any specific month. So if there is any discrepancy in the January and February month, but resident is ready to pay the March month's invoice bill, then he can choose that particular bill and he can make the payment. Now, what is line item wise billing system? Here, let's understand this also with an example. We have generated an invoice for the month of March. The amount is 5,000 rupees, and there is a three type of line items added there. Maybe parking charges, cleaning charges, or water charges. There is some discrepancy in cleaning charges or parking charges, but resident is ready to pay the water charges. But in monthly billing head system and traditional method, there is a restriction that a resident can make the entire bill payment only. But in the line item wise billing system, if residents want to make a payment, they can make the payment for a specific one line item against the one line item also. And if there is any penalty we wanted to levy, we can levy the penalty also for that particular line item where that amount is due. So this is the three different type of billing method available with NoBrokerHood. Let's understand that how we generate the bill using NoBrokerHood. That is divided into the primarily two part. One is one-time process, which is known as an setting up bill and adding the line item charges, known as in creating billing head and add line item charges. And after that, we have recurring process. Every month we have to generate the bill. We can check all those bills which we have generated. We can review all those bills, and later on we can post the invoices. To understand this, let's go to the NoBrokerHood dashboard. I'll showcase you the live how we generate the bill using NoBrokerHood. So this is how the NoBrokerHood dashboard looks like. Here at the end, we have financial management tab. Under this, we have billing method. So in this billing tab, we have a billing head. You can click on a billing head. Whatever the billing head is created for your society, you can find that details here. If there is a requirement to create any new billing head, you can click on a add new bill head and you can create a new billing head also. If you have already created a billing head and you want to make some changes in that, we have a process modify bill head also. You can click on that and you can change the billing head as per the need. So here we have bill type, that is recurring and ad hoc. So now what is recurring and what is ad hoc? Recurring is like where we have a regular monthly bill like common area maintenance, water charges. So that will come under the recurring bill. And then there is another billing type known as an ad hoc. So if society wants to collect any festival charges or any specific penalty charges and they want to generate the bill, in that case, they can select the ad hoc billing type. Then we have a flexibility to choose the bill cycle, whether it should be monthly, quarterly, half yearly, or yearly. We have bill method. If you have generated a postpaid bill or prepaid bills, we can configure the bill head name. At the end, when we generate the invoices, if we want that amount in decimals also, we can select that decimal point also as per the requirement. If you want to send the invoices with a zero bill to the resident, we can enable that feature. There are certain invoices where we have to upload the utility bills, like what is the uses on based on that we can enable this feature so that we can upload the data from the different templates. If you want to send a bill to tenant, you can enable these features. You can give a billing segment, whether it is a utility bill or non-utility bill. Society do levy the charges for the late payment. So that also available as a percentage and delay payment charges or both. So some societies of both also. So where they wanted to levy the charges in of interest percentage type and delay payment charges and late payment charges also. So both can be configured in our system. Then we have real-time penalty feature also. So if you have generated a bill for the month of August and the due date is 10th of August, if residents make a payment on 15th and you want to collect the collect the arrears charges or interest charges in the same month bill, in that case, you can enable this feature, real-time penalty features. So penalty will be applicable in the same month instead of adding in a next month. But if you enable this, if you mark this as a no, then penalty for the 5 days will be added in next month bill. So all these things can be configured in the billing head. Then we have auto reminder feature here. Now, what is auto reminder? So when we generate and post the bill, after posting the invoices, there are certain residents, they lack to make the payment on time. So we can set the reminder time also. Based on that, the automatically reminders will go to them and then they can make the payment based on that messages. There are certain societies where there is applicability of e-invoices also. So if in your society there is a need to generate e-invoices, you can generate the e-invoices from our system. We enable this particular feature, billing the GSTIN from the backend system, and we can generate the e-invoices from the NoBrokerHood system itself. And all the data will be reflected in your GST portal also. After that, we can configure the billing series, billing number, and if we have a discount option, we can give a yearly discount also. And here we have check bounce charges, interest details can be also configured. So after configuring all these things, we have tax details. We can levy the taxes also. So there are certain charges where the GST applicabilities are there for the RW society. When the amount is less than when there is a amount is less than 7,500, then there is no GST. So we can give that 7,500 rupees amount as a tax exemption. If the amount exceed more than 7,500 rupees, then GST will be automatically applicable. So all these features we have. Once we configure this particular billing head, after that we can go and add line item. This is the second process. Now, what is line item? Line item means adding the charges component of the bill, like what is the cleaning charges, what is the parking charges, any other utility charges. So all these things can be added by clicking on add line item. The moment you click on a add line item, it will ask you to give a display name, like what you wanted to add, water charges, cleaning charges, parking charges. Then it will ask you to select the nature of field, whether it is a line item, a new line item, or it's kind of any adjustment. Then for the accounting purpose, so that we get a proper reports of PNL and income and expense, we have automatically scheduled that contribution from, this is a part of contribution from member. Based on that, we can select it as a direct income or indirect income as per your society accounting needs. If you have already created a ledger and you wanted to club with that, you can select the same ledger. If you want to levy the tax for that particular GST for that particular line item, then only you can enable this taxable as an yes. Otherwise, you can disable it. So all these things can be configured in the line item. Once we have configured all these line items, then we have next step name as in generate bill. So now what this is the ad hoc, this is a one-time process which we have just discussed. Creation of billing head and adding line item. This process is not a recurring. Once you have configured this, same billing head and line item you can use for the next month's bill also. Now the what is the next step is generate bill. So we have a feature here, generate bill. You can click on a generate bill. You can select the billing units, whether you want to generate a bill for all the flats or maybe for the selected towers only. So, or maybe for the few flats. So we have that flexibility. If you want to generate a bill for all the flats, you can select for all. Then we have billing head. So this is what CAM charges which we have already created. You can find that billing head name. Then you can select that period for which period you want to generate a bill. Let's understand we are generating a bill for the month of September, for the August, and we can give the billing date. So today's date, what is should be the credit period. So if I've added 1 week, 10 days, or any other days, let's understand custom due date. So we can make it the last due date of payment should be 20th. So this is what we can configure. Apart from that, also, if you want to give an extra time to make the payment to the resident, so that interest should not levied on that time period, you can add that also in a grace period. Once we have configured all those things, then we have an option. The bill number will be automatically come because we have configured in the billing head. And then we have treatment of interest. So while creating a billing head, if you have already configured the interest rate, then you can select the same continue with old rate. But if you have make some changes in the interest rate and the new interest rate you want to apply in the bill, then you can select for the new rate of interest. So based on your requirement, you can select the treatment of interest part, and then we can click on submit. It will ask you for the confirmation. You can click on a confirm. The moment you confirm it, it will go for the bill generation process. Our system will generate the bill, which you can check on a bill generation history. So you can see that we have generated a bill here. It will give you a generation date and timing and everything. You can see that how many bill has been generated, what is the bill has failed. You can find the error reports also, that why the bill has not generated. So you can check, and if there is any need to make some changes, you can make the changes. And after that, we have a feature named as in post bills. So in the post bill, you can go and check that, but select that particular billing head, search for it. You will find all the bills which we have generated now. Now, for the verification purpose, we can download this in Excel as well as for the bulk bill also, where we can cross check whether the bill has been generated perfectly, that amount is correct, that invoice formatting is correct or not. We can click on a print view also. We can see the invoices. If we have if we want to make some changes, we can make the changes also. And then we can click on approve all. There is a very important process here. Send email and send SMS. you have to click here on a send email and send SMS so that resident get the notification on email, SMS, as well as the in-app notification will also go. So it helps them to notify that the bill has been generated and they can start making the payment. And the next step is we can click on save and confirm. So this is the end-to-end process how we generate and post the bill. The moment you generated the bill, if you want to see the bill whether the bill has been generated or not, you can go in a bill register, select for that particular month, and you can click on a show bills. You will find the bills which we have generated now. All those details will be coming here. And if we have now the process is there is some POC's requirement is we don't want to generate the bill and then posting all those things. We want to use the automation of it. So we have an automation of it also. For that, you can use bill scheduler feature. In this bill scheduler, what happened? There is an option of add bill scheduler. You can click on add bill scheduler. You can select that particular billing head which we have created. And then for what month you want to generate the bill, as I want to generate a bill now for the September month. What should be the credit period? We can give the credit period. And if we want to add any grace period, we can add a grace period also. And then what should be the next date of bill generation? If we want to generate the bill for the September month on 1st September, we can select the 1st September also. Now, this is very important process here. The requirement from the management committee sometimes that the bill should be automatically generated. Later on, we will verify the bill, whether it's generated correct or not, if there is any changes need to be done. So we will directly save it. But if we are like, no, we have configured everything correct, that amount is and everything need to be posted to the resident, then we have a feature auto approval. You can click on auto approval. You can click on send email and send SMS, and you can click on save. The moment you have configured this, automatically the bill will be scheduled for that day, and that bill has been posted for on 1st September. So this is how we can use the bill scheduler feature. Apart from that, we have some other advanced features such as you can always find the outstanding balances here. Whatever the outstanding balances is there, you can get that report. And we have different type of reports also. We have advance report. So if there is a resident who have make a payment in advance, we can find their list also. There are certain, if you want to find only dues report, that these are the people who there is a dues, we can find the dues report also. There are certain people who is regularly defaulting in the payment. So you can download the default regular defaulter and current month defaulter reports also. After that, we have a very important feature which is named as an import receipts. So how exactly the import receipt works? So when we post the invoices from our system, resident can make the payment through NoBrokerHood resident application. But there are some chances, there is certain residents, they make payment through check or they directly deposit cash in the society. In that case, we have to maintain the accounting and we have to pass the receipts entry. Instead of passing single receipts entry, what we have a advanced feature is import receipts. You can download the template from our system. You can enter the details in this particular template. Once you have entered all those information here in this particular template, the same template can be uploaded in our system and all those receipts will be created in one go. So you are not supposed to pass single receipts for the all the members. You can pass receipts entry in bulk for all the residents. After that, we have a features name as an payment reminders. So we have generated a bill, and if we have configured that the payment reminder should go, so we can select that for how many days it should be. If there's a payment due, so in that case, how many days before, how many days payment should go, reminder should go. And if I have selected payment after overdue, then what should be the frequency of the payment to send a messages after every 3 days, 4 days, or 5 days. So this is what all we can do using the NoBrokerHood ERP system on the billing modules. Let's understand the further process. So these are the key features which I wanted to discuss, that how we can schedule the bill, how we upload the bulk bills. When residents make the payment online, the immediately receipts generated in our systems, and the same receipts will be created in NoBrokerHood dashboard also. So if there is a resident who make online payment, in that case, there is a no need to pass a receipts entry. So it will also reduce your work. let's understand the line item based billing system. So as I already discussed, line item based billing is break a bill into a smaller part, like where the water charges, parking charges, electricity charges, and maintenance charges are there. Each charges can be tracked, paid, and we can levy the penalties also individually for the better control. Line item based features also help in the flexibility to the resident to clear any specific payment without paying the entire bill. And it helps to improve the transparency and help in resolving the billing disputes also. So that sometimes there is a dispute in one particular line item. Due to that, resident is not making the payment for the entire bill. So using this particular line item based billing, resident can make the payment for the remaining line items, and that one can be resolved later on, then resident can make the payment. So this is how we can use this particular feature, line item based billing. The process to generate and post the bill is same. The first two steps are different. Here first we create and configure the line items. Once we configure the line item, then we can map the penalty rules against that, and later on we generate the bill and review the bill and send invoices to the resident. The process are same as I have already discussed. These are some key benefits of using of line item dashboard, which is we have very precise payments. So if there is a resident who want to pay that exactly what matters for them. So if they want to make a payment for only water charges or parking charges or maintenance charges, so they can select that particular line item and they can make the payment. Then we have transparent penalties also. So sometimes the penalty is applicable for the entire billings cycle, and the residents are like, no, I want to make the payment. I don't want to make the payment for this particular line item. So using the line item based features, we can levy the charges for the only those payments where there is a disputes or where there is a resident is delaying to make the payment. We will get a detailed reporting using a line item dashboard features. Here we can find that exactly what is the line item we have generated a bill, like what is the total amount we have generated against the cleaning charges and what is the total amount we have collected for the cleaning charges. So we can get a line item wise payment collection report also. It also effortless tracking. It's very easy to monitor your financial status between that what is the pending charges, what is already paid, what is the now residents are making. Everything can be checked at one place. Resident is also having a flexibility to pay the payment of that exact amount what they wants to pay, and it also helps to admin to reduce the manual work and resolve the disputes. Let's understand the very important topic where the most of the management committee members or treasurers face challenges to reconcile the banks or how to do the bank reconciliation, because this is a very tedious job. Let's understand what exactly the bank reconciliation is. So bank reconciliation is reconciling or checking all these individual transactions from your bank statement to your books of accounts. So whatever the transactions we have recorded in our books of account, that should be tally with the bank statement. That is the purpose of bank reconciliation. Why we do that? To prevent the fraud, or maybe if any transactions which is not recorded, so we record that transaction also. What is the pain point of the bank reconciliation? It's very tedious job, very lengthy process. We have a manual matching. We have to record single transactions, checking single transactions. Sometimes there is a missing UTRs or incorrect mapping. Sometimes the data is not uploaded timely on bank statement or in our dashboard. So, and there is a multiple payment sources also from the societies. Few residents are making payment using NoBrokerHood. Few are making payment through checks. Few are directly transferring amount in the society bank account. And there is a lot of dependency on Excel. Let's understand that how NoBrokerHood resolve this particular problem. So NoBrokerHood provide multiple ways to do the bank reconciliation. So one is that MT940 format. So you can always get your bank statement in MT940 format by requesting to your bank. So bank will provide you the bank statement in MT940 format. You can always upload the same file in our dashboard for the reconciliation purpose. But let's say if there is a certain banks, there is a restriction, they are not providing the MT940 format, then you can download the bank statement in Excel format also. If we don't have flexibility to download the Excel file also, then what you can do is you can have your bank statement. You can convert the bank statement into the no brokerhood statements. So we in our system we provide a proper statement, no brokerhood statement, a template. You can enter the bank statement in that template, and you can upload the same in our system. Based on the 8-digit UTR code, the data will be automatically matched and the bank will be reconciled the transactions. To explain in a better way, I have taken an example. Let's understand that with an example. So here you can find that there is a one resident who make the payment using no brokerhood application, and the payment has been done. On a next slide here, what we can see that here step 2, there is a two screenshots attached here. One is no brokerhood admin dashboard, another is bank statement, and you can check that the settlement ID is same, which is reflecting in the receipt report also in no brokerhood dashboard and in the bank statement also. Now what happened, the same bank statement can be uploaded in our system through multiple channels. We can upload the bank statement as I discussed using MT940 format. We can upload that through no brokerhood template also, and we can upload in Excel also, and we'll map that details and everything. Where you find this particular features, I'll show you in the dashboard. In the transaction tab, here we have a transaction tab. Here we have a bank reconciliation. Once you go in a bank reconciliation, if you have MT940 format, you can simply select the MT940 and you can upload that file. The data will be automatically reconciled from the backend. If you don't have MT940 format, you can always select the Excel file, and then you can select that particular map, that thing, that what is the date column, what is the narration column, what is the check reference column. And after that, we can upload the same Excel file in our system. Once we upload this, let's understand again with this particular PPT. So here we can see that we have uploaded the bank statement in our system. Once we upload it, the data will go in a progress, and it will check all those transactions. We can find that different categories. What is the total transaction? How many transaction is in progress? What is the reconciled number of transactions? There are certain transactions which is partially reconciled, and then there are some mismatch of the data where there are certain transactions which might not reconciled also. So you can always check that what is the status in that while you are uploading this data in the system. Once you have uploaded the data, system will check from the backend, checking the date and resident details, UTR number, and the data will be automatically reconciled. So the moment it is reconciled, you will get a pop-up message here as an auto reconcile. So your data will be here reconciled using the settlement ID. So you are not supposed to do that Excel reconciliation or one by one reconciliation. You can upload the Excel file or MT940 in no brokerhood bank reconciliation system. The moment you upload it, system will check from the backend, and most of your transactions will be reconciled. If there is any discrepancies where the date is mismatching, or maybe that UTR number is not there, or check number is not there, that will become as an partially reconciled or not reconciled. That we can check then a few transactions that why this transaction is not reconciled, and then we can take a call. So it will reduce your manual work where people are spending a lot of time. So it will reduce your work in doing the bank reconciliation. This is what I wanted to discuss now. We have some frequently asked questions by the management committee member. I wanted to discuss that also. The first was, how can I perform bank reconciliation in the system so that we can check the live bank balance and understand where the difference, what is the different type of reconciliation data are available. So as I discussed, what you can do is you can record all your financial transactions using no brokerhood. You can record your receipts, you can record your payments and everything using no brokerhood, and you can do that weekly bank reconciliation. Once we do the weekly bank reconciliation and data is reconciled, then we have a bank tracker features. Here you will get your bank details, exact balances if that is reconciled. So you can get that data also if you follow that proper accounting process. If you've recorded all those receipts and expenses, everything is uh, considered, and you do the bank reconciliation also to, if there is any transaction which is not recorded, that also recorded. In that case, we can check that bank balance details also. There's one more questions coming as in how to remove dependency on Tally. For example, there's some POCs are still using Tally for the non-member payments. So I would like to tell you that no broker would provide a comprehensive dashboard for the society, ERP modules for the society. It is not only for the billing purpose. Here you can do the non-member billing under the billing tab. We have non-member billing modules also. So if there is some canopy activities or other activities in your society and you want to generate the bill for them, so you can always generate the bill using no brokerhood and you can collect the payment also by using that. Then we have transaction tab. Here you can record some transactions related to your contra entry or some your salary payment for the society or any other accounting transaction which you want to record. You can record that transactions also. And we have a separate vendor tab. If there is some vendor transactions you have and you want to maintain a proper track record of the vendor payment also, you want to add those bills also in the system, you can do that also as well. If you're doing all those things, in that case, there is no need to use a Tally software separately to record for your accounting purpose. But at any given point of time, you need the data in Tally. So you can always transfer the data from no broker to Tally from our end. That is available from the front end only. So that flexibility is there. For the auditing purpose or written filing purpose, sometimes we need a data in Tally. So we can transfer the data from no broker to Tally. We have a questions. We need all resident transactions to be through no brokerhood, and there should be a proper data updates in the no brokerhood. Yes, obviously this is possible if we record, if we generated a bill in our system, residents are making the payment, we have recorded all those transactions, so everything can be checked within no brokerhood dashboard. You will not depend on any other applications. Then we have how do we set up or schedule a monthly bills based on a without regular format or any Excel template. So this question is regarding sometime, you know, in our dashboard, we have where we are uploading the Excel template to generate the bill. What the alternate solution we have while we create a billing head and while we configure the line item charges, at this time we have multiple formula also. So our system is fully customizable. So there is a society, maybe they want to charge per unit, like 3 rupees per unit based on their area, or they want to charge on a parking basis. If there is a one vehicle, then charges would be this, or if there is a two vehicle, then charges would be different. So we have multiple calculation method here, which you can always use for your society. And this is once this is configured, the data will be automatically generated and you're not supposed to upload the Excel template every time by calculating the manual, the bills and everything, and upload. Everything can be done in an automation way. There's some more questions are there, uh, which I'll be seeing a chat box now. So I'll read those questions and I'll try to answer all your queries. So there's a questions related to we need the module to implement along with the purchase request, purchase order, and expenses, PRPO, and inventory management. So yes, that is also possible using no brokerhood. So we have purchase request, purchase order modules. We have inventory management modules also. So as per your requirement, if you want to manage your inventory within a no brokerhood, that is also possible. In societies, there is proper purchase requisition and purchase order process. If you want to follow that, creating a request from the dashboard, then getting quotation uploaded in our system and get it approved by the management committee, and then finally giving a purchase order, that can be also done and that can be synced directly with the finance also. So yeah, all those modules are available. There is a one questions related to that. We need legal support to recover maintenance defaulter list. So I believe this is the concern related. There are some societies where we generate the bill and resident are not making the payment on time, or there is a multiple people who there is defaulter. So for that, we have developed a paid features name as in defaulter flags. So what exactly society can do here? We have manage alert features. These are the certain features which available within no brokerhood. Like we have amenities and classes, we have pre-approval visitor entry, forum polls, help desk, boom barriers. So what you can do is you can always restrict their services. You can go in the add flat, you can select that particular flat and tower and flat, and then you can choose that what particular services you want to block. So you can select that multiple option, like maybe I want to block that amenities and classes, pre-approval and boom barrier features for that particular flat, and we can add it. Now that person cannot use these features. So due to that also people can start making the payment because they are not able to use the services now in a proper way. So we have recently seen and deployed this particular feature in the society, and there is a rapid growth in the payment collection. So I think this is what you can also opt for your society. There is a one questions related to the adjusting opening balances mismatch and report explanation. So in our system, what happened whenever we generate the invoices, and if I talk about the moving from the one financial year to next financial year, generally we are not supposed to upload any opening balances. Sometimes people do make mistakes and they upload the balances from the ledgers. Under the master tab we have manage ledgers. From here people do upload the opening balances, but when you are shifting from one financial year to next financial year, whatever the closing balance is available in the last financial year, that will become as an opening balance for the next financial year. But still, if you want to make some changes after your auditing, and after once your balance sheet is finalized and you want to make some changes in the new financial year, you can always change that from the opening balances, and the same reflected in that next uh, billing cycles. There's one questions related to the payment reminder. Yes, we can always we have this feature in billing tab, which is payment reminders. So we can set up a payment reminder at two stage. One is payment due, another is payment overdue. So what exactly the payment due here? When let's say, take an example, we have generated a bill on 1st and 10th is the last due date of payment. So we can set one reminder where the people will get a reminder that they have to make the payment, and then after that we can also set a reminder once the payment is overdue. So we can set that after every 2 days or after every 3 days, how you society wants to send the reminder. So based on that we can configure the payment reminders. These are the some questions and FAQs which I wanted to discuss. Now that forum is open for your Q&A. So whatever the concerns you have, you can uh, ask the questions here in the chat box.
Thank you, Akash. Uh, the forum is now open for questions. If any one of you has any question regarding this topic, please feel free to write down the question in the chat box and we will address it accordingly. We'll be keeping this forum open for next 10 minutes. So if there are any questions, do let us know.
Okay, so there is a one question from the Prashant. We have issue in receipts regarding showing the period of receipts. So I think this is what you want to ask, that if I open a receipt register for you, this is how we have receipts here. So if you want to make some changes here in the template, this is how the the moment we make a payment, we can find the receipt date as well as that for the tower number and flat number, and for what bill number we have make the payment. Apart from that, it's clearly given here that what is the period for the payment has been given. So this is the format of the receipts which we are providing when the residents are making the payment using NoBrokerHood application, and when we pass a receipts entry also. Okay, so from the Mr. Vijay, we have a questions. In our case, we have flat owners who pay a lump sum amount to bank directly, and we want that amount to be adjusted across the invoices that was already generated or will be generated in the future. Yes, that can be also configured in our system. So what you can do is if the resident have already made the payment using directly in the bank account. So we have a flexibility to make the payment as an record as an advance receipts. So I'll just present you that how we can configure this thing. So here we have a feature name as an advanced receipts. So you can always click on a advanced receipts and you can pass a advanced receipts against that particular flat number. I would like to show you this. So you can get that advanced receipts, whether it is an income type, members income or non-member income. Then you can configure the date, and you can give the payment type, whether it is check, cash, NEFT, RTGS. So in your case, it's check. Then in which bank you have received that payment, and who's the resident who make the payment. After entering all those information, we can mark it submit. Once we have recorded these advanced receipts, now every time when we will generate invoices, it will be automatically adjust with that advance balances. So let's understand with this same example. If the resident have made an advance payment of 10,000 rupees, which is adjusted for the next month bill, and that the 2,000 rupees remaining also. So he'll get a invoice of 10,000 rupees. The balance amount will be adjusted. Whatever the advance amount is there, that will be adjusted. And if there is still any arrears amount or there is certain liabilities are there, then it will be so separately to make the payment. So this is how you can manage this particular thing. There is one more question from Mr. Prashant. If resident is paying for April to September, then that need to be printed on the receipts. That is a missing in the receipt we have escalated. But okay, we'll check this ones and we'll get back to you, Mr. Prashant, and we'll sort it out that how we can check this. Okay, so there is one question. We have prepaid meters for the electricity maintenance and amenities payment. Can we add these headers to bill? Obviously, we can do that. So if we talk about our amenities, the moment we enable the amenities features, automatically a billing head will be created by the name of society booking. Now, every time when the residents book the amenities and whatever the amenities we have configured, that line item will be added and the bill will be also generated when they are when they are booking the amenities and when they are making the payment. All these things will be automatically accounted in our system. You can check those details at any time. If we have configured amenities and we have enabled the payments also, resident can book the amenities, resident can make the payment. We are not supposed to generate the bill. There is no manual intervention in this case. Automatically will be generated. Yes. So, Mr. Vijay, there is a question, is that adjustment applicable across all the billing heads? So, yes, after generating a bill also, if you want to make some changes in your bills, so you can always refer the transaction tab. And here we have credit note and debit note. You can make the changes as per your requirement at any given point of time. I would like to show you this. So we have financial management here. We have a transaction tab. We have credit note and debit note. So under the credit note, debit note, if you want to, after generating and posting the bill, if you want to make some adjustment for the for the residents that some amount has been paid advance or need to be adjusted against this particular one line item, or we want to give a discount or levy any charges, so that is possible using this system. I would like to show you this. We have a CAM charges. I can select the date also. What you want to pass a credit note or debit note, you can select the resident's name and we'll find the bills also for what number of the bill we have generated, and then we can levy the charges also, like what exactly the charges you want to add or remove. So this can be added, and the same will be visible to the resident also. Whatever that credit note or debit note, whatever the adjustment we made, it will be reflected in the resident application to the residents also. Okay, so Alpesh, there is a one question. Can we handle more than one society in one portal? We have 5 society under one NBS dashboard. So how can we manage separate bank accounts for the each society? Okay, so there is a two questions I believe. I would answer both the things. One is that if you have multiple society uh, where we have registered with the no brokerhood, so you can opt that our master dashboard. It will give you like this. Here you can see that we have Bangalore 10 at 16 and Bangalore 10 at 20. If there is a requirement, you can always opt this particular feature where you single login you can access all those societies. That is possible. And then we have one more questions. We have 5 societies under the one engaged dashboard. So how we can manage a separate bank account for the each society? So answering your queries, we have a feature named as an account setting. If you want to configure a different billing, different bank account for the particular bills, so you can do that using this particular features. So let's take this an example. We have one amenities booking, another is common area maintenance. You want that whatever the amenities charges payment are there, that should come in Punjab National Bank, as you can see here, and whatever the bills we have generated for the common area maintenance and everything, that should come in SBI Bank. So that can be also linked using the system. So that feasibility are there. We can do that. I hope Alpesh I'm able to answer your queries. If there is still any concern, you can write down here. Narana, yes, is this video is recorded and we will upload this on YouTube also for your reference. Okay, thank you, Alpesh. So there is one question: how to cancel and generated invoices which was raised. So to answer these questions, as per the GST norms, also you can delete that or maybe cancel the latest invoices also. So we have that flexibility under the members ledger. We have a reports tab and we have a members ledger. So whatever the latest invoices you have raised, you can make the changes in that, and you can, if there is a need, you can delete that bill also. So we have this particular feature here. Here, if there is a need, you can cancel this bill and you can delete that bill also as per your requirement. I hope, Mr. Vinay, I'm able to answer your query. If still there is any doubt, you can write down here. There is one question from OnePlus. How can I get the backdated current outstanding report in billing? So if you opted traditional billing method, so every time when we generate the bill, what is the arrears amount we have that will be added in that particular month's bill? Let's understand with an example. We have generated a bill for the month of January, February, and March. The resident is not making the payment for the last 3 months. And now we want to generate a bill for the April months. So whatever the arrears amounts are there, whatever the current outstanding balances are there, that will be added in the next month's bill. So we can always check that amount. We have some more questions like what about the expenses recorded and complete accounting? Yes, this is what I have already discussed. Our system is not only for the billing purpose. This is one stop solution for all your accounting need for the society. You can generate bill for the members. If you want to generate a bill for the non-members, that is also possible using the billing tab. Within the billing tab, we have non-member billing also. Apart from that, if you want to record your vendors transactions, we have a separate tab where you can record all your vendor transactions here. And if there is some other charges like salary payment, some society other expenses that you want to record, that can be recorded in the ad voucher also. So that can be managed in our system. Okay, so there is a questions. I'm not able to see the advanced receipt option in my dashboard. So maybe this that particular feature is not enabled in your society. So you can raise a concern, raise a request to that SPOC who is assigned for your society will enable that feature. There's a questions if resident paying for April to September. So there is a questions coming from one POC. What are the charges for the full ERP? We are already a member of the bill generation. So for that, our team will be noted your concern, will connect to you and will give you the detail differentiation and quotation and everything. So there is a one question, NBA Society software will be installed in Society PC. So basically this is the dashboard which you can use at any laptop. You can open this in a Chrome or any other browsing application and you can operate through that. So it's not an application which you have to download it. You can open in any browsing software. There is one question, Tally integration is possible. To answer this, yes, we have already integrated with the Tally. Whenever you want to transfer the data using NoBrokerHood to Tally, we can transfer the data from NoBrokerHood to Tally also for your auditing purpose and a return filing purpose. So there is a one question, in our society, we take deposit for a renovation till work get completed, and after completion of work, we refund his deposit. If in this case, what will be the process? So what you can do is you can always generate a bill using the our as I discussed initially only, we have two type of billing method here. We have ad bill head, recurring billing head, and ad hoc billing head. So you can generate a bill using the ad hoc bill head. You can collect the payment also, and when you are you're returning the amount, you can pass the credit note and debit note. You can do a adjustment also later on. So this is how you can you can do the proper accounting of this particular transactions. So there is a question, how can we download cash and bank expenses only? So yes, we have a reports tab. Here you will get a separate tab name as in cash book and bank book, which you can download clicking on a cash book. And we have a detailed feature here, download, and you can download the same in Excel and PDF also. And the same, if you want to download your bank book, you can download the same from the download tab, and you can select that particular date range and you want this particular tab in Excel or PDF. So we can do this. So that is it. These are the questions we have now. There are certain questions which is related to the other modules which we'll be covering in coming webinar. That is it from my end.
Thank you so much, Akash, for the detailed walkthrough. And thank you everyone for being here and being such a great audience. We hope today's session has helped you clarify on how No Brokerhood's ERP can make your society's financial processes smoother, smarter, and stress-free. A quick reminder, the recording of today's session will be uploaded on our YouTube channel in case you'd like to revisit any part of it or if you want to share it with any of your committee member. We'll also send the link to you via email. Before you leave, we'll be sending out the feedback form. I would request all of you to take some time and fill out the feedback form. It will help us make the future sessions even better. In case if you have any other questions or if you would like a one-on-one walkthrough for your society, feel free to drop us an email at hello@nobrokerhood.com. I'll repeat, it is HELLO at nobrokerhood.com. We'll be happy to help you. I'll be sharing the feedback link here in the chat to everyone. Please fill the feedback form, and that's all from our side. Thank you so much for joining, everyone. I've sent the link here in the chat column. Please do fill the feedback form. And in case if there is anything, please get in touch with us.